Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the PogCast. I am joined today by only one person, Lucy.
Hello, my name is Lucy. I'm here forever, you can't escape me. Ha.
Uh, this is already off to a great start. And there's no do-overs. First take is what we're doing. This is the take we're using.
Minutes.
Unless someone says a racial slur, in which case we have to scrap this one.
Yeah, we've already been recording for 4 minutes, and the entire first half is us just making penises. I mean, what? We don't talk about that.
I mean, Lucy's not wrong.
We can just leave that out of context.
I say I'm joined here by only implying that I'm running this, and I am very clearly not. Lucy is my co-host. I am a co-host. We are co-hosts.
We are co-hosting.
Yeah.
Plural. Or whatever that word is, you know?
Yeah. That's not plural. Co-hosts. That's plural. You are a fool. Alright.
I passed English, I swear.
Debatable. I feel like we should talk
about
No, we gotta introduce ourselves because we didn't upload the thing, which was a VOD from my Twitch.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Was garbage, and I hate it, and it's the worst.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll let you go first. You introduce yourself, because you're big and intimidating. And
I am not big nor intimidating. You can
you
snap me like a twig.
You are taller than me.
Well, yeah, but you're tiny. You're a little baby man. You're a little fun-sized human, bro.
Fun-sized human. I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, this implies people eat people.
No.
Fine time.
No.
Alright, I guess I'll go first in introducing myself. Yes. Hi, I'm Skelie, or Skelie possibly, as I'm known literally everywhere. But literally everyone calls me Skelie. It's.
I call him Skebby, because that is his name.
Well, that's because Lucy's weird. Lucy's a funky little child.
You know who else is weird? Daniel. He calls you Skeleton Man.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because like none of my very large air quotes here brand has anything to do with skeletons. Like my name vaguely sounds like
cough sans. Possibly.
Okay, yes. My profile picture currently on Discord is Sans Violet, who's an OC of mine. Yes, I draw. Who I drew as Sans for Halloween. I get that it's like we're almost halfway through this month, but the point still stands. I'm not changing it till I draw myself a better one, and I've been super unmotivated recently. So
you know what? Valid. Is it my time to introduce myself, or are you still introducing yourself?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I'll do a quick rundown. Hi, my name is Skelie. I am an artist. I stream twitch.tv/Skelie_possibly. I have a Twitter. You should go follow me on there to see all my art shit and how funky it is. Also, yes, we do swear on this podcast, or at least I will.
Frick.
The audacity! How dare! You can't just say that! No! Sir! How dare! Alright, I guess it's your turn.
Hi there. My name is Lucy, Newy Lucy for short. I used to be known as Lucy the Llama Queen, but that's irrelevant.
Just irrelevant? Sounds like an extinct species of elephant.
Yeah,
oh my
it's
god,
extinct
I just made a
because
fucking
it was
pun.
irrelevant, okay?
I just made a fucking pun and I didn't even mean to. I'm so angry with myself.
I didn't even notice the pun, but I'm just gonna believe you and hope it was good. But my name is Lucy. Like Skebby over here, I draw and I stream occasionally. You know what? We're both, curator people on the Hermitcraft Amino.
Yeah,
actually
Hermitcraft
leads into
Amino.
something.
Woo!
We're
You should follow us.
Jared. Yeah.
Don't make me
on
steal your
Twitter.
toenails.
Why would you? Are you collecting people's toenails?
Wait, you guys don't do that?
Oh God.
Coming for yours next.
No. Bro, I don't know if you'd want my toenails. They're kind of
Are they
I don't know,
crusty?
upside down.
Are they
Why are they
crusty?
Why are my toenails crusty? If they are, how do you know they're crusty?
Because I am the toenail goblin. I know all about toenails.
Guys, don't tell Skelie I think this, but I think he might have a foot fetish.
I don't have a foot fetish. I don't have a foot fetish. I'm
Do I
followed by
believe
someone
you?
who has a diaper fetish.
Is that good or bad?
Yeah, I sent it to you, and it was like the weirdest thing.
Really?
We're
You
getting
sent it
off
to
track.
me?
Alright, I
Yeah,
guess
we
we
are.
should move on to how we met.
Yeah, which is HCA actually.
Yeah.
The Hermitcraft Amino, which
Follow
we were talking
us.
about 3 seconds ago. Yeah, follow us. Join the Amino, most importantly, though.
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
kind of an
curator. I can
important
ban
step.
you. I can't
Yeah,
ban
so
you.
can
Only
I, but
leaders
we
can ban you.
won't. Maybe if you follow us, we're not corrupt. We will ban you if you do naughty stuff. Okay. Well, we won't ban you, but we'll intimidate you with our pure strength or something. Yep. Anyways, how we met. We started off. Well, I joined the Amino, I think, a few months ago? Question mark. I could probably actually check right now if I'm.
Yeah, you could probably
Well-
go check. I mean, I had been a member for about 1.5 years at that point.
Yeah, I was not a member for that long. I remember I was there for like a past curator or leader like application thing, but then I'm just like, nah, I've only been here for like a little bit. I'm not gonna apply.
Yeah.
That was like a while ago. So far, I have been on the thing for 302 days, so almost a year. Which means we've literally only been friends for a few months, which is weird to think about. Very weird to think about.
Yeah, it feels like we've like been friends for like a year. Like
I
there's
know.
we've got years worth of memories with
Hell
just
yeah,
us
we
doing
really
stupid shit.
have. Dwayne the Sands
No,
Johnson.
we are not talking about that. Is the one part we do not talk about? No.
Okay, well, we'll leave that for another day.
Yeah, we gotta save up content, bro.
Okay, we'll tease
Content.
it. But back on track. What happened was I was kind of just, posting on the Amino. I was a fan of, Hermitcraft, which is, why I was in the Amino. And there was a whole team of curators. And suddenly, I logged onto the Amino. And boom, an announcement hiring curators. And I thought they were only gonna accept one, but they were apparently accepting two. I only found that out after I was selected. But long story short, I got selected. And you want to know something funny? I don't remember if I've told this to anyone or not before, but before I applied to be a curator, I had not talked in a single public chat or private chat once. I had only ever made posts, and that was the extent of my interactions on the Hermitcraft Amino until I started talking to you guys.
Yeah, I don't remember who I became a curator with. I thought it might have been you, but no, you were with Liz, I think.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were with Liz when you two got, into the whole thing. I think I was there with 3 people, because they had decided on 2, but they were like, we kind of know these people a lot, maybe we should choose a third one. Third member ended up not doing anything and showed up once, never to show up again. So we kicked them off.
Oh.
We kicked them off the team, and so it was just me and Dictator who were picked. It was the four of us: me, Dictator, Foxy, and Song.
Yeah.
And yeah, things just kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah, you could
It's
say
because
that.
I've been in control.
Oh, I mean, to some extent. Some extent.
To some
But-
extent, yeah.
I remember our first interaction was on a chat, like a private chat, and it was like a group chat thing, and I remember it was like our first interaction, and then we were both being gargoyles. You initiated gargoyle, and then I followed up with gargoyle, and then you were just like, holy crap, I have another gargoyle buddy, and then we didn't talk again for like a while, but then you started streaming after you tuned into some of my streams, which was very cool. So and then you modded me, and then we became best buds, because I asked you to join a VC, and then I just harassed you for a little bit, and then here we are.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not like, I don't know, man. It seems kind of off, cause like I swear I remember, like you and I hadn't talked much, like outside of being, just very large air
Yeah.
quotes co-workers.
Co-workers.
Yeah.
We don't get
Very
paid,
large
I
air
mean.
quotes around that.
Yes.
We hadn't talked much outside of professional stuff.
Yeah.
And then one day, I think you and I were, screwing around. We hadn't talked much, and like this was one of our first like big interactions. And you were like, "Hey, so you play Minecraft, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I play Minecraft." And then you were like, "Oh yeah, there's this Wattcraft server thing going on, and you can join. You just need to do a few things." And I was like,
Yeah.
"You know what? I will join." So I joined. And then I felt really out of place because I knew none of the people there except Lucy, and it felt like I was
But
doing
then I
everything
introduced you
wrong.
to Daniel. I introduced you to Daniel, which was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Daniel is a fucking gargoyle.
If we said we were gargoyles, then Daniel is King Gargoyle. Like,
He is the Rat
seriously.
King. We are the Rat Gargoyles. He is the
We
Rat
are
King.
the red gargoyles. He is the giant rat who makes all of the rules. Yes.
Ah,
Oh, that's amazing.
it's the stupidest conversation.
I think it's great. What do you mean?
Uh, Yeah, and
What's-
then
okay.
like
Yeah.
after I had joined the thing, I kind of warmed up to everyone. It took me an entire month to get on the actual like Minecraft server because
Yeah, which is
I
sad.
got there at just the wrong time because like a day before they had announced who was
Literally
joining.
a day after everyone was like whitelisted.
Yeah,
It
and
was
then
so
like
sad.
I was like, damn, can't play. Oh well. And then just kind of did my own thing for a month and then finally joined for like the first time.
Yeah.
First thought that
And
came
then-
to mind is I'm gonna cause havoc.
Yes. Oh my god. I remember you said to me, yeah, I want the Warcraft server to literally just be just streaming. And I was just like, that sounds pretty cool. But then I also remember that the first interaction I ever had with you was I had returned from AFKing and I looked out of my little AFK hole. I saw you at my base and I saw a sign in front of me that said Pog 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 Pog.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It should still be there actually. But I don't recall you streaming that instance and I was very confused. And I think I might have given you a few diamonds.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
gave me just a bunch of diamonds for no reason.
Yeah. I have over a stack of diamond blocks now. I'm probably the richest on the server, I think, because I do nothing except wait for capitalism to happen. You know?
Capitalism.
Capitalism. It's great. But I think both of us can say neither of us play on that server anymore all that much, if
Yeah,
at all.
we don't really play on that server. I mean, I know people that still do, and I do occasionally tune in to like the
Yeah.
Discord to see what the goings on is.
I don't even do that.
Like I have it muted so I don't get any of the notifications for it because it was like I would get so many notifications
Oh
for it
yeah.
and it was like damn, I wish I didn't
A
do
lot of
that, so then I just turned
notifications.
off the notifications for it. And then
Yeah.
occasionally I'll just tune in like, "Hey, what's going on? How's everyone going?" And then I don't talk I don't talk there anymore. I don't play on the server anymore either.
No, no. I
Some of
can
my favorite
confidently say the same
interactions
thing.
with you are on that server. Like
Honestly, you're not wrong.
like the whole one of I have a bunch of streams on my YouTube channel. A bunch of VODs, I guess. Where there's a bunch of just random shit that's going on. And
Yes.
you're just being a little gargoyle.
Remember when you were still building
The
the
Aw
Aw
Mansion.
mansion? Yeah.
My
And then while
prized
we were building
possession.
it, Yumi, Foxy, and Daniel. Wait, no, I think Foxy was just in the call. But Yumi, Foxy, and Daniel, and also Commander Jard, um, we were all kind of just, helping out in quotation marks. Kind
Very
of.
large air quotes around that
You
because
were
it
trying
was
to build,
I was the
and
one
everyone
trying
tried
to
kill
build,
you.
and then Daniel was building Dublin inside of the borders of the Aw Mansion. You and
Yeah, and
Jard
then
were having a gunfight, and I was like, I'm just trying to
and
build the Aw Mansion,
yeah, man,
man.
you were just collateral damage. And I went and renamed all of the Dublin stuff to Australian landmarks, or at least referencing Australian things, which was hilarious.
I
I
don't
think
think
actually.
Pog Spire is a landmark.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What do you mean? Have
I
you never been
remember
to
one of them
Australia?
started with Pog. It might not have been the Spire. I don't remember which one though.
One of them. I think one of them. I think the like the little lake thing. I think I named the pond Jesus Lake or something. Something to do with Jasui Christler, the old lad, good old lad, old mate.
The Boomer.
The boomer. Did you just call Jesus a boomer?
He's old, bro. You know
I mean,
he's
you're
old.
not wrong. You're not wrong. Wait, if you're older than me, does that make you a boomer, Mr. Boomerman? Wow.
I could be. Who knows?
Yeah, you definitely are.
What do you mean?
What do we
I
have
definitely
next?
are? Oh, I had the things written down in the ideas chat. Hold on.
I'm sure it's there somewhere.
How we became
Fandoms.
friends. Fandoms, yeah.
Fandoms. Yeah, I guess we kind of moved into Minecraft right there, which is its own thing, but I feel like we should move more towards the Hermitcraft aspect, because I personally have an interesting history with Hermitcraft. Because, like, obviously I joined the Hermitcraft Amino enjoying Hermitcraft, but then I also kind of, at the time I joined, like, a few months after I joined, probably a few weeks after I became a curator, I started falling out of liking Hermitcraft, which was kind of unfortunate timing, I guess. Cause like I haven't made an actual post in probably months now. I don't remember the last time I actually posted on the Amino, but yeah, train wreck. Yeah, that's my history with Hermitcraft essentially. I started watching Hermitcraft start of season 6. I watched the entirety of that, and then I think around the start of season 7, I watched a little bit of the start of season 7. I joined the Amino, and then I fell out of the fandom, the whole thing, the whole series. Yeah. So that's how that went. But I'm glad I met some nice people in the Amino. I bonded with some peeps, which was
Yeah.
pretty pog. What about you?
So I had kind of just so I had been on Amino for a while before that, like uh a lot of people give Amino a bad rep for like, you know, the not so good parts of it. But again, as with everything, there are the good sides and there are the bad sides. A lot of the things that are captured on the internet are the bad sides, where it's like, oh hey, there's this furry that's talking to me, and it's like a very sexual tone, something like that, which
Yeah,
gives it
it's
a
just
bad rep
uncomfortable.
for everyone
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
who's like a good person. And
Exactly.
I had started off with a Tony V Toons. I don't know if you know him, but
I
he
do
was an
not.
animator a while back in like 2017, I think. With he did a bunch of stuff with
Oh yeah.
Jaden Animations. Either way, I was a fan of him, and I was like, hey, I wonder what's going on Amino. Does he have an Amino? And sure enough, yes, he did. And at that point, it was mostly just a an amino for like people to share like fun little, hey, I drew Tony, yay, haha. I met a few good people. I met some bad people. Uh, One of them I still resent to this day, but that's a whole other story that I'm not
That's a
gonna get
whole other
into.
story. Yeah.
But I still do converse with some of the people that I met on that amino on Twitter. You might have seen him, Kenny, Tin, and Bowl. Those are a few names that I
Wow.
can remember. I don't
I don't
remember
think I have
much.
seen them on Twitter. No.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's kind of
Yeah.
it's funky, bro.
Funky.
Funky.
You know what that reminds me of?
What
That
does
whole
that remind
story.
you of?
It reminds me of when I was like younger, I was on Amino, but that also reminded me that while I was into Hammercraft, I used Wattpad, which is kind of infamous for being not fabulous, I'll say that much. But
To say
I
the
will be
least.
I'll be the first person to admit, yes, I did write fan fiction. I did. But I fell out of that because I realized, you know what, yeah, I don't enjoy this. So first of all, I stopped shipping people. I didn't like the smut aspect ever in that community to begin with. I hated it with a passion. But, you know,
Mhm.
I realized, okay, shipping ain't cool. People find it uncomfortable. I'ma stop. So I, unposted all of the things that had shipping in it because it made me uncomfortable personally because I had grown since then, and I'm sure, and I didn't want to make anyone else feel uncomfortable. So, that's that. So I unpublished all those. But then I realized, wait a second, writing fan fiction isn't that fun because it's just a negative mindset. I'm all focused on all of these numbers, surrounding, because I had this big kind of, well, I had two main books. I had a story and then I had a one shots book. My one shots book, no, it was either one of them was somehow number one on the green tag, which was crazy at the time because there was probably well over 100,000 stories written then, which is kind of cringe, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should be proud of that or not, is the weird thing.
I mean, I would
But,
consider it like, I mean, I'm also coming from the same kind of person who has the mindset of any kind of clout is good clout. That is
I mean,
that is a joke, by the way.
debatable.
That is a joke. Uh,
uh,
but like, I would consider it both a blessing and a curse
oh
because
yeah.
like it's fanfic, which is the curse, but also
Yeah.
you got it recognized enough to where people were like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, like it validates me as an author. It validates that I have a decent writing ability, but not in a good way. It gained traction for the wrong reasons, which is kind of unmotivating. And I found myself all worked up on the number aspects of it, that kind of thing. How many views I was getting per chapter. I was always disappointed when I got less than 100 views on a certain chapter in a certain amount of time, let's say. And that was just really demotivating. So I took a step back and I was just like, hey, I'm going to leave. I had a couple periods of time where I left. But then quite a while ago now, sometime last year, I did leave that kind of fandom permanently. I guess that part of the fandom permanently. I unpublished all of my stories, and that's in the past. And now I just have a random Wattpad account with I think 123 followers and just a few poems in the announcements, and like that's it.
Mhm.
Yes, and that is my past. But then that also reminded me of how I used to be part of another amino. I am not sure if you've heard of this video game, but there's this old game called Animal Jam, which I was very... I played it a lot.
Wasn't
You
it like
could
one of
say I
the
had
like
It was
Neopets kind of
Club
thing?
Penguin. Kind of like Club Penguin, but with more animals, I guess.
Ah,
You
okay.
could say. It kind of like that premise. Not saying that Animal Jam could ever replace Club Penguin,
Yeah.
but like kind of the same premise. But I played that for a while when I was 11, 12 probably, and I was in the amino. I was like, 11 or 12. I I was what I now want to destroy. That's all I'll say. I somehow had 750 followers, I think, on that account in that amino, which was crazy. Which I'm kind of what I did was on that account I left the community, so I can't actually access that account again. But if I go to that amino, I can actually search myself up and then look at my profile still, and it's like crazy because I look at it and I'm like, holy crap! How did a extremely annoying, debatable art style 12-year-old kid get that many followers, even though I'm freaking insufferable? Like, I made a couple friends. I was in, like, a couple groups. Those didn't last that long. But, like, it... Actually, it's that funny memory. I made this weird art post of, like, a furry deer thing from Animal Jam having a shower, which was weird enough. But then someone commented on it, hey, can I buy this from you? And I'm just like, yeah, sure. And then they replied, how does 69.69 sound as a price? And then me, being the irrelevant 12-year-old, was just like, oh no, I didn't think you meant actual money. I thought you meant Animal Jam res. Because that's how a lot of art commissions worked in that community. You'd get art, and then in exchange you would provide Animal Jam rare items. It was interesting. I actually got fan art, which was weird, unprecedented and weird, but very cool, I will admit. But that's actually how I found out the HCA existed, because I remembered, oh hey, I remember that Animal Jam thing. I wonder if that exists for Hermitcraft. And that was pretty cool, man. That's how I found it out. Any other fandoms you're in?
I mean, not currently. It's mostly just like Minecraft, Terraria, few other ones here and there, but I mean nothing too big. I have, too much of the dismay of me, I guess. I I have gotten kind of back into the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, but only like the VHS things, cuz those things are actually interesting to me because it's like the whole found footage thing.
Found footage, oh my god, found footage stuff is so cool. I love found footage stuff.
Yeah, the only found footage stuff that I do not like is the Blair Witch Project. Please save
No one likes
yourself
that.
I think 2 hours. Do not watch that movie. It is a waste of your time. It is.
I've only
I
heard
will
bad things about it.
complain about it until the day I die. It is the worst horror movie ever. Like, they build up so much suspense for
Uh,
something that doesn't even happen. Just don't bother.
really?
Seriously, just don't bother. Don't.
Wow. I haven't watched it, but everything I've heard about it is
It's
bad.
so bad, dude. It's so bad. Like, I remember being, like, what? I think, like 10, 9, 10-ish, around that age. And I saw it, and my mom was like, "This is a pretty scary movie. Are you sure you want to watch it?" "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I watched it through the entirety, and then got up, was like, "Well, that was an experience," and then walked out. It was
You're
such
a
a
10-year-old?
bad movie. I hated it, even at the age of 10, dude.
Oh my god. How old is that movie?
I don't know. It's old, though. It's like,
Probably older than me.
could be. Here, I'll go look it
Could
up.
be.
Uh,
We'll
I'm
see.
I'm into like that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. I kind of got, I wouldn't say into Five Nights at Freddy's. Basically, what happened is I got Five Nights at Freddy's on my school computer, so I kind of just started playing it during lunch breaks, and whenever I'm in a stupidly boring class, I just, kind of play Five Nights at Freddy's. And I tried night 4 today, literally earlier today, and I failed so bad. I got to like 4 a.m. and ran out of power. I'm bad at video games. I mean, it was kind of funny though, not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I remember I kept getting like
Oh, okay.
jump scared legitimately, and I was disappointed in myself. When was it? When was it made? Did
It
you
was
see
made
it?
in apparently, or at least released in 1999. It's older than me even.
Wow, we're youngins. We really
We're
are.
youngins. We're little
Youngins.
baby men, dude.
We're baby boys. That's what we are. Holy
Uh,
crap.
so yeah, I've been kind of getting into Five Nights at Freddy's. Mostly because I've seen like the security breach trailer and I'm kind of interested in it. Like I
Oh
that's
yeah.
probably not gonna convince me to buy it or anything. Mostly because I'm a cheapskate. But
Wow.
like it just doesn't like the Five Nights at Freddy's kind of series of games has never really been my. It's never really been interesting to me because it's the same thing with ramping difficulty. One Night at
Yeah, pretty
Flumpty's
much.
is the one that I give a pass to. Well, yes,
Yeah.
it is a fan game. It's
I
one
think the
night.
fan
It
games
doesn't
are where
repeat
it's
shit.
great.
The fan games are the best. I
Yes,
prefer
they're
the
the
fan
best part of
games
the
over
entire
the
thing.
fucking original games. I hate
I
them.
mean, yeah, the original games have story, but the the fan games have
Content.
sustenance.
They have sustenance. They they
They have.
they
Oh, I
they
said
drag you.
sustenance. It's supposed to be substance.
Substance.
Sustenance.
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 Ah, dude, I love One Night at Flumpty's. It's one of my all-time favorite fan games
I think I've watched
for
like
anything.
Markiplier play it or something. Like I vaguely remember it. I think I remember it actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they made a second
Oh,
one, and the developer's actually in progress making a third one.
really?
Hmm.
I want to see you play that. Not gonna lie.
I mean, they are free, so I
Really?
definitely could. Yeah,
Yes, you need to stream that sometime, man.
they're
You
free
need to
on
stream
Game
that.
Jolt. I think it's on Game Jolt.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if
think
it's
a
on
lot
Game
of
Jolt.
games
I don't
are
know.
on Game Jolt. I don't think it would be on Steam. Let's be real.
I doubt it would be
Um,
on Steam.
yeah, I remember there's also like Five Nights at Bitch Boys question mark no fuck boys some one of those, but it's like a playthrough I watched a YouTuber do, and I don't know if it was good or bad. I think I have mixed feelings just from my memories, but it it's literally just the first Five Nights at Freddy's games, but it's just NOC just saying funny stuff into microphone. It's something.
39?
39, I think. Actually, yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I think
Oh yeah,
you're
it is
right.
free on Game Jolt. Okay, I found it. Yep, it's free.
Pog,
I would
yes.
definitely play
I
that
wanna
on
watch you
stream.
play
I
that.
haven't actually played it
Please.
like at all, but just from watching videos of it, it is my favorite because of like it doesn't fuck around with shit. It doesn't give you 5 whole nights to go through. It's one night, ramping difficulty, same amount of time as the other nights from like Five Nights at Freddy's. Easy.
Yeah. I think in like the actual Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, my personal favorite game that I like always like to go back and watch playthroughs of is the sister location one, solely because it's like at least somewhat unique in its concept. Cause like
Yeah.
it's not just, oh hey, do this, do that, blah blah blah. It's actually like going out and doing stuff,
Yeah.
which is another thing. Cause like I sometimes go to my friend's house because he has a VR headset and he has the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted game, and I think my favorite part of that game was like, I think it was the parts and service where you repair all of like the different animatronics.
Yeah,
So it's
parts
kind
and
of like that
service.
one part. Yeah, parts and service. It's like that one part from the sister location one, and I just really like that aspect. It was scary. Well, it wasn't scary, but it was VR. It was mildly intimidating because my friends kept coming around behind me and trying to scare me. I was so tempted to just kick them in the nuts. Not
So
gonna lie.
I actually have that, but I'm
Oh.
too scared to play it because of how massive the animatronics are. Like
I think you can just make yourself
I knew that they were
taller.
big. I knew that the animatronics were big, but they are massive, dude.
I know, and I'm short. How do you think I feel?
Yeah, and I'm a relatively tall guy, and they are massive, and I hate them. Like I do one day want to get like the courage to play it. Like that one time I played Phasmophobia on stream and I was a little bitch baby and
Yeah,
refused
I
to leave
remember
this
that.
refused to leave it, and then the voices started to come in. And I was like, "Oh shit, I
Yes.
don't like this." And then I got so scared.
That you just like ended the
And
stream.
then now I can play it no issues. Quick run in,
Yeah.
quick out. It's
Honestly,
yeah.
I think if you just like tried it once, you'd probably stay. I mean, it's probably more scary when you're on your own because I've only ever played Help Wanted with friends, you know. So I don't really know what it's like when you're not with friends. But I
Yeah,
mean, if you don't want to be that scared, maybe that's a good idea.
it's true.
Yes. I think that's a pretty good idea. But
Yeah.
actually, that kind of reminded me of another fandom, the Undertale fandom. Undertale was an interesting part of my life.
Ooh, the
Interesting.
Undertale. Oh no.
I wasn't part of the fandom per se, but when I was very young, like 10, maybe even 9 years old, I was on a good old website called Quotev. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
Probably have
Um,
not. I might have heard of it once, but I do not remember.
Imagine Wattpad plus quizzes. That's pretty much what it was or is. I don't know if it's still active actually, but what I did on this website was one, I was still in the Animal Jam fandom at that point, so I posted Animal Jam quizzes, and then I also there's this one really specific piece of art that I quote unquote made. It was weird. I think what I did was I went into MS Paint and then I just copied and pasted a random people's artwork into the MS Paint thing, and then I drew really janky text bubbles and I wrote something like Frisk saying, "Oh my god, Sans," and then, you know, the ironic kind of exclamation mark and one thing, and then it was just Sans drinking all the ketchup or something like that. It
Good
was
lord, that is a
horrible.
vivid image because I know exactly the energy that you are conveying right now. I know that exact energy, and it is no thank you. It is it is bringing up deep-seated shit I didn't want to get into, bro. Uh, uh,
Basically, I posted that kind of stuff on Quotev, but I also posted weird kind of horror stories, quote unquote. There was this one horror story thing that I wrote where it was basically kind of like a really, 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 really bad knockoff Supernatural, even though I'd literally seen half an episode of Supernatural. It was weird. Basically, a quick rundown of that story. This was an original story as well.
Oh,
There
an
was this
original
guy-
story.
Yes. There was this guy and this girl, right? And, I think they were dating, and then they, like, moved in with each other or something. And then, like, I don't even remember. I think, the girl died or was kidnapped or something. I don't really remember. But they got a detective to come in. And the detective came out and was just like, yeah, nothing we can do, sorry. And, like, he didn't even bother to properly investigate it, and it's just so unrealistic. And reading back at it, I hate it. And then you know what the end was? The end was literally they just both died. It was the worst ending ever. Because, like, I was fed up with writing with it.
Oh my god.
I was so just fed up with writing with it that I said, sometimes endings aren't always happy. They both died. That was essentially the ending thing.
Oh my
It was
god. That
I actually
reeks
got-
of, like, preteen. I'm deep. I know I'm deep. And it's like the simplest shit. It's not even remotely deep. This reeks. This is like, it's emanating an aura that I do not want to get near. Oh. Oh.
I wonder if that website is still alive. I think it should still be. Actually, I think I have a bunch of screenshots from
Oh,
that
God.
kind of era. I'm
Oh,
not gonna
God.
send them now because that involves looking through my janky ass computer.
That's
But
true.
like, mark my words, someday I will tell you. You
Oh
know?
god. I will be asleep one morning and then all of a sudden I get awoken by the sound of a text message from Lucy. I open my phone and it's just fucking that shit.
You just see
It's a nightmare
see
continued.
Frisk saying OMG no sans while sans drinks ketchup.
No,
My weird
that's such a
fan
vivid
art.
fucking image and I hate it. I despise that energy. Oh. I haven't really been in a whole lot of fandoms. Like there was the whole like animation people like Jin Animations, but everyone was into that shit. Everyone knew them.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't that big of a deal. Then there was
No.
Hermitcraft. Then I guess Five Nights at Freddy's. I had a very, very, very big Sans Undertale phase, which is kind of half of my name. It's half of my current Skelie name.
Oh
Was
my gosh.
because I was like, well, skeletons are cool. Sans is a skeleton. What if I just like Skelie and I spelt it weird and I was like, yeah, that's how you spell Skelie. And then I left it.
Yeah.
I left it, and then it pisses me off when people pronounce it Skelie.
Really? People pronounce it Skelie?
Yeah, they pronounce it way worse too. And it,
What? How do you pronounce that wrong? It's just Skelly. Or
Yeah.
in my case, Skebby. You know?
I got called Skelie once,
Oh my
which
god.
I mean makes a little bit of sense.
But it's, come on, man. Just you use.
So
look
while
with the
I do
eyes.
get angry, very large air quotes, angry at people
Angry.
who call me like Skeleton Man. It is I do have to kind of come to terms with the fact it is part of my name. Yes, it was
Yes.
derived from Sans Undertale.
I love that backstory.
So, yeah, that's how the Skelly name came to be. Dude, I had a hard uh Sans Undertale phase. Like
Oh God.
I would listen to the comics. I would
Oh
do it
no.
was like I would listen to like all the different versions of it, all the different AUs, all that kind of shit.
Oh
Oh,
my
it
God, my
was
friend
awful.
recently
I
got me to
hate it.
listen to like the AU things, like the Underverse stuff.
Mm.
One of my friends recently got me to listen to that. I watched like the first thing, then I never watched the second one, because I couldn't be bothered because they're like an hour long. I ain't got no time for that. And like I think I almost fell into the Undertale fandom because my boyfriend at the time, he said that I looked like Frisk, which I kind of did because I had a bob cut with a fringe, and I still have
That is
brunette
a
hair.
vivid
So
image. I don't know if I like that image. No.
I
No.
look better with longer hair.
Oh,
I
that would
can
be
say that
disgusting
much.
if like next Halloween we do the fucking you're Frisk and I'm Sans again.
No, that is
Oh no.
wow. Oh no, is that an oh no moment or an
Ugh,
oh
I
yes moment?
I hate dude the Undertale fandom, like, while the content is pretty like wholesome, the Undertale fandom was very toxic. Like
It was.
yeah, there's the Undertale Amino, and I joined it for about a week and then left because the people were so toxic. Just reading the comments
Really?
was like, you slightly messed up the name and
Really?
everyone's on your case.
Oh
You
my
slightly
god.
mess up the lore, everyone's on your case. It was
Oh
like
my
the
god.
biggest sweat swamp of people who are trying to do the actually all
Oh.
simultaneously. It was the worst experience. Like I never posted anything. I just kind of looked at things cuz I like looking at art. Um
Mm.
yeah,
That honestly sounds horrible. I was
it
tempted to
was the
join that
worst.
amino.
Of course
Yeah, I
I'm
was.
being a bit hyperbole, but you get the point. It was really bad. Like it was not
Yeah.
good.
I mean, like, okay, listening to the comics and the weird vines is funny, but like repetitive after a while. The
Yeah.
Undertale fandom was nice while it lasted to some extent. We'll say that much.
Yeah, it was nice while it lasted. Like personally, I'm kind of glad that the hype has kind of died out. Like I get that the
Yeah.
creator I forgot his name. The creator is still trying to, make a whole
Yeah,
bunch
Toby
of Toby
Fox.
Fox. He's still trying
Yeah.
to make things like the Delta Rune, which I mean, okay, you can be into that. I don't care. I'm not into it. You can like whatever you want. I'm not going to
Mm.
judge you. Like you can
Yeah.
like My Little Pony. I'm not going to judge you. You can like the Warrior Cats books. I'm not going to judge you.
Mm.
I'm not gonna judge
I
anyone for that. It's you can
yeah.
like what you want. I had weird phases when I was, growing up with fandoms. It was weird. I hated it.
I think we can all say we all had our weird things growing up. Actually, I played like the chapter 1 Deltarune game. Like it's good. It's good. It hasn't got it I don't know. It's nice that it's not Undertale 2, but like I think the problem is that it still features very prominent things from Undertale, and it kind of confuses me. Is it Undertale 2? Is it not Undertale 2? It's giving me weird vibes. Is it the
Yeah,
prequel, the
it
sequel?
seems like it's a sequel that's trying to live up to its predecessor and trying to
Yeah.
be the next Undertale when it's very clearly not, and it has very different game mechanics. It's got very different story, at least to my
Yeah.
knowledge. It's got very
Yeah.
different, characters, and some characters don't know each other. It's trying to be the original Undertale, but it's just not.
Yeah. since I played through it, I know that like it's very different. I think the whole point of that, you know how Undertale had like the pacifist route, the genocide route, and the neutral route. The thing with the Deltarune is that you can be pacifist, you can be genocide, you can be neutral, but in the end it doesn't matter because it always leads up to the same ending.
Mm-hmm.
It Nothing changes, and like I get that that's the point of the game, and that it's trying to differentiate itself from Undertale in that way, but the thing is it's still trying to live up to Undertale.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the whole thing with Undertale. It's so interesting because it has such deep lore because of all the journey, like the different paths you can take, like, and how all the save mechanics, all that kind of thing is just interconnected so, strongly, I guess. Because if you do genocide route, then pacifist route, then it's all gonna be crazy, and like it's timelines and shit, and doing all that. But with Deltarune, it's all just like, yeah, no, that doesn't exist. Which is like,
It's the same linear
guess-
story, no matter what
Yeah.
route you decide to go for.
yeah, there's like minor differences, but it's just the same ending, which is what I feel Undertale kind of was great at, because not many games are multiple choice, and when they are multiple choice, it's very minimal, and not like the extent that Undertale had it. I
Yeah.
am still looking forward to Deltarune Chapter 2 though, because I want to see what it has, because I like this story. I did enjoy kind of the general story of Deltarune. It was kind of filling in the gaps that Undertale had left, which I feel is nice, but it's why make a game to fill in the gaps of a game that no one was complaining about beforehand anyways?
Mhm.
Like, it's nice, but why?
And I mean, I guess this could be said for any community, but there are two different kinds of, communities. Like, there's the good side that everyone likes, and then there's the bad side. And sometimes the bad side is so bad that it kind of blurs the line of what's good, what's bad. So it kind of blurs
Yeah.
that line, and it makes it to where everyone hates it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
That's what happened with, like, a lot of fandom. I'm trying to think of, like, of the beauty community. Completely irrelevant, but that's an example of that. There's just horrible
Yeah.
fandoms there. God.
like there are so many different things that are like there's the good side and then there's the bad side, and it's pretty easy to tell which is which. And then
Yeah.
there's like some communities where there's so many people, the good and the bad, they kind of merge and they are blurred.
And then everyone focuses on the bad,
Yeah.
which is not good. It's
Yeah.
like kind of like, okay, another example. You know Markiplier and Jacksepticeye
Yeah.
and that whole ship thing.
Mhm.
Literally, they hated that so much, but like the fans, it just they took it to the nth degree, and that kind of thing. I guess
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
I guess
That's-
a good kind of example would be the gotcha community, the gotcha-verse community.
Oh
How,
yeah, I
like,
haven't really heard of that community
You
that
haven't?
much.
Well,
but
there
I know
there are
what it
videos
is.
you
I have,
can see of it.
yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
there is. I don't know the community of that, but like, I know the general premise.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like there's the good side, and like they're the people who are just kind of there to have fun, and they're just kind of vibing. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then there's the other side, which is so prevalent that it gives the good side a bad name. Personally, I don't like
Yeah.
gotcha for a few reasons, but I'm not gonna really get into that because content.
Exactly.
Content is great.
Yeah, man, it's
but-
pretty pog.
Like, the gotcha community is such a weird community because you've got these very wholesome, like, hey, what's going on? How are you? I'm just here to have fun. And then you got the other side that's like, I'm edgy for the sake of being edgy, and then is like, hey, no hate, please, and then we'll give you a reason to hate them. Uh, like they'll say something extremely homophobic or racist or something like that, and then
Jeez.
be like, oh, please no hate, and it's
Oh
like,
my
are you
god.
seriously expecting no hate after you said something like that?
Oh
And
my
like,
god.
I'm not gonna be like the kind of person who's like, oh, it's all bad because one side is bad. Because I will
Yeah.
fully admit there are the good sides to every community and there are the bad sides. Sometimes the bad sides can kind of bleed more into the good sides.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, definitely.
so yeah.
Yeah. We've literally already been going for an hour. What the heck?
Yeah. Should we
That's
wrap it up?
crazy.
Cuz
I think
I
we
think
should
an
wrap it
hour
up.
seems like a good time for the
Yeah.
first episode.
Especially for like a first episode.
Yeah. First
Yeah.
episode hour.
First episode hour. We've introduced ourselves, we've talked about how we met, and then we kind of branched off into fandoms and video
Yeah.
game fandoms, which is pretty pog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I guess that's us signing off then. Skelie has been Skelie. Lucy has been Lucy. We are the PogCast.
Yeah. We're the Pog champions.
We are the Pog champions. Hell yeah. And we run the PogCast.
Yeah. So that I guess that's that.
That is that.
Thank you
How do
all
we wrap
for
this up?
if you've watched this long. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very
I
much.
know this is going out on the either 18th or 19th, which depending on when it's going out, um, Lucy and I will be having
A birthday
big
stream.
ass birthday stream because our
Birthday
birthdays
stream.
just so happen to be right next to each other.
Exactly, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
Timing wise for me because we start the stream at like 11 p.m. my time. It's technically Skelly's birthday for both me and him,
Yeah.
but then it switches over to 12 a.m. and all of a sudden it's my birthday. I mean, just for me, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's still my birthday.
So yeah, I know this is going out, I hope, on the 18th or 19th.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hope,
Best case
but
scenario?
we're best case scenario, of course. If this doesn't, then I guess the editor can just cut this part out. Doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
But yeah, go and see if we're live. If you've made it to the end of this, we are gonna be streaming for quite a while. I think about 4 or 5 hours. We haven't really planned out
Maybe.
anything.
We haven't really planned anything.
We probably should.
No, yeah, we probably should. We kind of just sent out a tweet saying, "Hey, birthday stream, let's go, hell yeah, Paul."
Yeah,
and that was
then
about
that
it.
was that.
That
So
was
yeah,
that.
we are gonna have to do some planning. We are gonna have to have an editor edit this, which thanks to the editor, very cool of you. Thank you.
Yes.
Very pog.
I don't know if that's gonna be someone, or if it's gonna be you, or if it's gonna be me. I guess we'll find out.
We
in
will
the near
find out.
future. We
Yeah.
will find out.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Bye.
for watching.
Thank you very
the
much
thing.
for watching.
Uh,
Yeah.
we'll see you next time or whenever we see you.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make this a weekly thing, I guess.
Maybe not a weekly thing.
Maybe not
maybe a
weekly?
bi-weekly thing.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah. Once every other
Yeah.
week, something like that.
Once every other week. Something like that. That sounds good.
Because like I don't
'Cause, like,
want to
these are, like,
overwork.
an
I don't
hour.
want to overwork the editor, whether that's me,
Oh, yeah.
you, or someone else.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I don't think either of us have much of a budget.
Yeah.
But we're going on a tangent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for tuning in for the first podcast stream. And thank you. We hope you enjoyed it. And leave any suggestions you'd like us to talk about. We hope to do a Q&A at some point, maybe. So if you've got any questions, leave some comments on Twitter, I guess. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
if we post this on YouTube, leave some comments down below, I guess.
Yeah, and depending on what we do, there should be a link to the official PogCast Twitter,
Hell yeah, we
where
need to make
it's
that.
just gonna be a conjoint Twitter between Lucy and I, and
Yeah.
you guys can just ask questions there. We'll have polls for things that you guys want us to do, like, hey, do you wanna have like episode 10 be our thing, or episode 5 be our thing? Which one? Something like that.
If you want us to collab with someone, who do you want us to collab with?
Exactly. Uh,
Yeah.
of course, if it's someone big like PewDiePie, that's
I don't
probably
know.
not gonna happen. Don't get your hopes
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, we have no way to kind of get to, you know,
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
And I mean, to PewDiePie, we're just a few little fans who are just like, hey, you wanna join us for the podcast?
Hey, you want to be part of the podcast? You know nothing about it, and it could have horrible connotations. But hey, you want to come along for the ride?
Yeah. I feel like this is
Oh
like
my
the
God.
third time we're saying goodbye. But yeah, thank you so much
Yeah.
for watching. Thank you for
very
listening.
much for watching.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. See you.
Bye.
Bye.